Moses, which was the best of all the playgrounds. And he used to not let us use the bathroom there for some reason. So we'd have to hold it in, and he'd convince us that if you held your pee in long enough, your urge to go would just go away.
Hey. Me and Alex, we're chilling in the Bronx with Porchie. We had to go to his job and watch him do construction. Went to the fryer suppliers. Man, it was like a 7 or 8 hour affair.
We got to go to the Bronx Zoo though.
We played on our video games the whole time. We played Game Boy. And that's the only time it's ever been recorded that Porchie approved the video games. Because he said, you know, if it wasn't for these video games, you kids would have been hooligans today. And I said, you know what, you're right.
Remember, he'd always come to our recitals and concerts.
With flowers.
Yeah.
Flowers, always flowers.
Yep. Never missed one.
Tell about the time that we're taking the trip up to Pennsylvania, and he, rolled up all the windows and blamed it on us.
Porchie does fart. He does not pass when like he tried to convince us.
No, he definitely farts.
You remember how he would take us to the Chinese buffet either every Tuesday or every Thursday? I can't remember which one it was. And we weren't allowed to get soda.
You had to drink water or the Chinese tea?
Yeah, or the Chinese tea. And every single time we tried the Chinese tea, and
Realized we hated it.
And we would be told that you weren't allowed to go up for a new plate of Chinese food until you finished the plate of Chinese food you already got. So we would always take like a little teeny tiny piles of everything to make sure that we could finish it so that we could get more.
The one word I can remember from my childhood from Porchie begins with an R and ends with a Y. And in the middle of it is responsibility. It's responsibility. That's the word. My whole childhood is based off of responsibility.
And how did he say it?
Responsibility! Alex Christopher! Yeah.
I was forced to mature at age 11.
Porchie thought once you got your communion, it was kind of like your bar mitzvah. You're like a man now. So
You're a man now.
You received the body of Christ.
You have to be responsible for all your actions.
Yeah, honestly, like the only thing he didn't ask us to do was like pay taxes. But besides that, we did everything adult stuff.
Pretty good. Do you remember how whenever we'd ask for fries or something, say here's a Tic Tac. Tic Tac for that, Tic Tac for that.
Back on the responsibility thing with Brendan took that to heart very quickly.
Oh yeah.
with the Game Boys and the television being on too late. Always having to go to bed early.
Oh,
What time was too late?
9:30.
9:30. Brendan was always making sure we went to bed on time. Giving up the Game Boys.
I see that.
Porchie, yes, we have our Game Boys. And here you go, Porchie.
We'll always be the little knuckleheads.
Do you remember how Porchie always had Snapple?
Yes, always.
Always.
She had a Hillary Clinton sticker on the back of her
Hillary
truck, and
Clinton
he said, "Oh, you're gonna vote for Hillary? You poor fish. We'll pray for you."
Do you remember, you might not have been there, it might have just been you, Christopher and Alex, when we were in the Suburban and there was a fox chasing after the car? Well,
One thing that always reminds me of Grandpa is the Hostess packages of like different candies that have the strawberry and like the strawberry jelly thing. Every time I see one of those, I think of Grandpa and going to
Strawberries
church.
are so nasty.
Sucker candy.
Do you guys remember going to McDonald's every Sunday morning after church and
Getting
he
pancakes.
would get us hotcakes?
I mean, I got duped into being an altar server from 4th grade to 12th grade.
That's really classic. I remember every single Christmas Eve they got you guys to go.
He said in the 4th grade that him and Alex are going to the Chinese buffet to celebrate them being altar servers. So in turn, I was like, how am I not going to go to the Chinese
But
buffet?
even the ones that weren't all service still got China buffet. Do you guys remember when we were told we were not getting Chinese buffet anymore, and then we did not get Chinese buffet
I really don't remember the last time we had Chinese.
You want to talk about
I'm familiar.
And we did not go to China buffet
He went
anymore.
into the lodge because he was tired. And he was like, you gotta come down right here, right in front of the lodge. And we were like, no! No, we're going our own way. We went on the terrain park. We went on the Black Diamonds, and he's like, "Where did you guys go?" I never saw you guys.
Do you remember when Brendan got lost and then they said his name over the loudspeaker as we were going up the ski lift? Like, John Pizalka, can you come pick up Brendan Gregory?
Lost child.
Do you guys remember when we went out to eat with Porchie and Nick and
Nick was nice to you guys, not us.
Nick loved the girls. Nick loved the girls.
Hello, sweetheart. Hello, sweetie. Hi, Nick.
No, the candle on the table lit the whole table on fire.
Oh my
like
God,
the
it's
table
Stefano's.
Yes, it's Stefano's. And
The place
Nick
is,
poured his beer
Yeah,
all
it's
over
a
us.
laundromat now.
Yeah, and Nick poured his beer on. I was like, well, I put the fire out.
Foster.
There were points I got seasick. Didn't go out with him for a while, and started going back out with him. If it wasn't for him, and going out on the boat, stuff like that, I probably wouldn't be where I am today.
There you go. My probably oldest memory is in 161 when he used to play the guitar, and I don't know, maybe I thought he was a rock star, I don't really know, but I was friggin' beside myself. And he used to play every song.
Daddy's my first rock star.
Daddy's Little Girl to me, and I really thought back then that was my song. Because
Absolutely.
he used to sing it to me, and he also sang My Gal Sal. And I really thought that was song was written
And King of the Road.
for me, and King of the Road, and Trini Lopez. And I remember Mommy and Daddy doing their little dancing to Trini Lopez. And what was the other song? Trailers for
That's King of the
sale
Road.
or rent.
That's King of the Road.
Rooms to take 50 cents. No food, no
That
I ain't got no cigarettes, but 2 hours of pushing brooms buys a 8 by 12 folded mama. Man of beans by no means. King of the road. Yep. Really, then my greatest memories of late are that the time that he has spent with my children and skiing and everything. I'm just glad that they have such great memories of him.
Another one.
It's over. We don't have to feelings.
So we're remember the Coca-Cola float? It was a rowboat, and Daddy blew it up, and he said, okay, you're on your own, and we jumped in this float, and it couldn't fit more than one of us, but I think 3 of us went in the float, and we thought we were the best things in the whole wide world, and we rowed the boat, the Coca-Cola float, down to Indian Island. It was like we were opened up to a whole brand new world on Indian Island. Yeah. And I remember Daddy with the guitar, and every song we ever asked Daddy to play, we were just like, okay, Daddy, you gotta play this one. And we would break. I remember
Opening up the
songbook and saying, Daddy, you gotta play this one, or Daddy, you gotta play that one. And what was the song that we used to cry?
I'm gonna guess every one of them.
No, what was the song that we used to cry every time we sang? Because it was, you're the end of the rainbow,
Oh, wow.
my
Holy
heart of gold, your daddy's little girl.
It's all singing video.
Heaven hold. A precious dream is what you are. Your mommy's bright. Mommy's bright? Bright and shining star. See, Kevin remembers.
Yeah.
You're the spirit of
But Daddy would
Christmas.
sing any song. He would play any song that we had in this song book. Any song.
We knew he was a rock star.
We did.
Right? Remember when he had
play this one
he
day.
had a bandana around his
Yes,
head?
that I
Yep,
remember.
he
But
had a
we would
bandana
say,
around his
Daddy,
head.
Daddy, play this one. Daddy, play that one. And he would just
Call
have
Willie
this
Nelson.
We just really thought that he
That he
wrote
was
all those songs for us.
for us. Only us.
Yeah.
I think he loved being a grandpa.
Yeah.
More than anything.
Well, yeah. He did.
But I think, being a grandpa is his.
Made us love him all over again for
But I
a
think
different
that-
reason.
No, but I think that being a grandpa was his best job that he ever had. That he ever
He did a great job being a grandpa. He really did.
I remember when Porchie had a boat out at the Star Island Yacht Club out in Montauk, and myself and Mommy went out there to visit him, and it was probably on the weekend, and he needed to take the boat from Montauk back home. And I begged and pleaded, could I please take the ride with Porchie? Daddy, could I please take the ride with him back? And finally they agreed and let me miss the day of school because I was going to be going on this adventure. And I don't think the weather was as bad as it is today, but it felt like that. The water was so rough, and it was just Daddy and I. And he was, the boat that he was on, it might have been John Hassick's boat, but it had a tall tower, and he drove it from way up, and I was way at the bottom. And the fun thing about going on the boat with Daddy is when you stopped at like the bait places and stuff, he would let you get snacks.
He was like the fucking mayor.
Right.
But everyone knew him,
The mayor.
but
He was the
also,
mayor.
but also he let you get whatever you wanted. So that morning I got Twizzlers instead of breakfast, and I ate all the Twizzlers and then got on the boat. And like I said, the boat had like several towers, and he was really high up, and the water was so rough, and the boat was rocking back and forth, and I was feeling so sick, but I was trying to be strong because I was a big shot on this adventure, and I eventually couldn't take it anymore, and I had to try to climb up because I was calling him, and he's driving and like trying to look down at me and tell me what to do. So he said, well, why don't you come up here, you'll feel better. Well, I started climbing, and next thing you know, I start barfing my brains out. While I'm climbing, and it's running down the thing, and he's trying to drive, and then one of the motors, or the engines, died on the boat. So then we were trying to
Why do
I know this story?
because it was like such an adventure, because he had to call in for help, and somebody had to come out and meet us because we weren't even halfway like around to try to get home.
Wow.
Yeah, it was. So I definitely remember that. But as much as he could lose his patience, I remember that in that instance he was very, very good. And because I mean, he wasn't upset that I threw up all over his friend's boat. And
small stuff.
yeah. I remember that, I don't want to get upset. I remember when I had Brendan, and the morning after, a beautiful flower arrangement came to the hospital with a giant teddy bear, and the card said something like, congratulations, and God bless my little girl. Love always, your daddy.
We're all crying.
I just remember, I don't know why, when you asked me to think of something
that was important.
that meant a lot to
Important thing
me.
I'm telling you.
And he was so wonderful through that whole time that Brenda was in the hospital. But that just meant a lot. It kind of put everything into perspective that day when I got that. I remember thinking, now, you know,
The soccer games, I always love having
and you can hear them on the side.
Yeah.
It's just like
I love having Porchie at my games because
He thinks
after every game I get a text message from him
Yeah.
telling me how good I did and what I could do better. And
what things you did wrong.
But also,
that's what I just said. What I could do
The rest
better.
of the message was in lowercase. This part was in caps lock.
I always remember
Good times.
the kids I play soccer with. Always like, oh, I wonder who that guy in the red Liverpool cap is. He's a real legend for wearing Liverpool. I was like, it's my grandfather. He's an OG gangster right there. And they respect him because he said what he said. And he did it my way. Which was how to play the game right.
He was very good at determining what you should do and you should do and you should do. But unfortunately, it was left up to me to enforce it. So I had to turn around and say, Deirdre, you're supposed to be doing this, so you're supposed to be doing that, John. So that was the hardest part. Because, not that I was easy, I wasn't. I know I wasn't. But he expected a lot from each of them. And for the most part, I truly feel that they benefited. I really do. Because I look at them now and I think they are absolutely the best, each and every one of them. And I'm very proud of them. And most recently, let me see, what can I tell about most recently? He's definitely mellowed, but then again, so have I. And I think age has something to do with that. I think it happens. You realize that there are some things that really aren't that important. People are important, like all of you are important. And we are very proud of all of you. We think we're blessed, like, to get, even with your little
Good actors and actresses.
So listen, Dad, when you watch this, happy 80th birthday.
And we love you.
And we hope you
look as good as you.
Right. And we hope you had a great night tonight. And we love you.
Love you, Dad.
Love you, Dad.
Love you, Dad.
Okay?